Harriet Chaggai. I'm the advisor to the President on matters women and children within the Office of the President. Today we are here to celebrate the International Day of the Minorities and the Marginalized, and I'm here together with the President's advisor on minorities and the marginalized within the Office of the President. And today we are happy because we have seen a conglomerate of more than 2,000 marginalized communities cutting across boards. Key in point for me and my office is to look at the issues that affect women and children within the marginalized community. And you'll realize issue number one is matters to do with health. How do we ensure that all these people who are marginalized fit within the government strategy on matters health? And that is why for me, I would encourage all of them to get registered within the health, the shift system, so that they can be able to be part of the government agenda on matters health. There's issues to do with education. You find that within the marginalized community, education is far-fetched. Why? The many problems that affect them, including simple things like identity, simple things like water, simple things like just having the proper amenities within their psychosocial system. But today we are very happy, even as government, because this is the second time that this government is actually celebrating the minorities and the marginalized. And His Excellency, the President of this country, has made it very clear that this government has to move forward as one. What does that means is that we have to bring everybody together. Everybody must be able to benefit within the structures that government has put in place. And that is why for us, the marginalized community then becomes a key entry point, because they have been forgotten for long. But this government is saying we have to work with everybody. On matters law and the legal structures that are there, the Constitution really, Article 51, talks at length on matters equality. And for us here in my office, the biggest milestones we have made within the equality realm is something that we should not forget. And the many steps that government has made is something that this country should actually celebrate. You know, the El Chamus, you know, the Ogiek community, the Tirikis. I actually learned today that even I myself am marginalized. And you realize that within these small communities, how do you bridge and bring everybody together? So then that becomes very important. Key in point is first to be recognized. This government has said, we recognize you. And that is why government has brought all of these marginalized communities, and there are more than 80, together. That is a big milestone, because first step is recognition. After you've been recognized, then you have to set yourself up, you have to kit yourself up, you have to align yourselves within the government programs for all of them to be, to feel the essence and the presence of government within their communities. The Nubian community for a long time had been forgotten, but now the Nubian community were actually gazetted the other day. So you can see these are big milestones for this country, and you realize this government, as we've said, it's the first government that has held this event for the second time. And we are hoping next year it will be bigger and better, because now the marginalized community are able to bring themselves together. You also realize within the women front, we're encouraging women to be in associations or chamas. This government wants to move the people at the bottom of the pyramid, have them have the knowledge for them to be able to stand for themselves. You realize previously many people would highly depend on handouts. But we are saying, how can we tool and kit culture and make culture a money-making, entity within the country, because we have a very rich culture. So we have to continue documenting our culture, and I was hoping the PS culture will be here. They have been here, and I was hoping they'll be here so that they can actually enhance or talk more about the cultural realm. Tourism. Most minority communities are within the tourism belt. Most minority communities are within the rich cultures of this country. So can we document our culture? Can we be able to make money out of our rich culture? Can we be able to make money out of our tourism? And when you look at the various government programs that we have, especially if I was to mention the leather industry, you discover that most of the minority communities are within the belt of the leather chain. And these are some of the issues that if we educate our people, they'll be able to convert these good ideas into money-making projects and economic activities. Talk about Ushanga, that the Ministry of Gender is pushing through the PS Culture, or the State Agency of Culture. You realize all these are money-making initiatives that if all these people, of all Kenyans, can retool and plug themselves into the government agenda, they will now be able to move themselves and live within the economic strategy of government. So for me, for women and children, you all know, within the belt of the marginalized ourselves, the key problems we are faced there is issues to do with water. If girls have to walk long distances to fetch water, they get hurt along the way. If women have to walk long distances to get water, they get hurt along the way. The other issues is matters to do with FGM, femicide, GBV, you know. So all these are societal problems that we believe as government, if you all come together, we'll be able to curate structures and proper strategies to address all these issues that are affecting the society. So for me, key point is GBV, where you have FGM in there. And for those who are within the urban centers, you have now technology-assisted GBV. So these are issues that, as a community, we need to talk through them, and we advance these conversations. We have good advocacy around these issues so that this society can move forward. Yeah, so thank you very much.